Chapter 2, Part 2.
I've been going through some things, feel like they overtaking me.
To be a man, it's fucked up right now. You know what I mean? Because every man needs to understand, no matter what, you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. For a man, not only that, another thing that I teach him, no matter what, for a man, it will always be your fault. People be like, man, what you mean? How's it my fault if she went over there and cheated on me, blah, 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 blah. Nah, nigga, it was your fault. You did. I give analogy examples a lot, man. Like, you would win a wifey potential woman. You got a true woman. She's got wife potential, right? Say she's a homebody. She don't like going nowhere. You know, usually wife potential, homebodies, you know, they hardly got a lot of friends. Feel me? They peep the fuck shit. They know who be faking and who be hating type shit. And if they don't, once they get a little taste of it, they be like, nah, you the bitch that was hating the whole time. You know, they'll catch on. They'll actually stick to it. That's a good thing. But man, say he's gonna rendezvous with some of his homeboys and shit. Say you got a fuck nigga. Right? Usually how it go, there's a lot of fuck niggas with real true women, and I can't stand it. But anyway, this fuck nigga has a wifey potential woman at the house. No, you already know they don't like going nowhere. They do go somewhere. They want to be with their man. They go with their man everywhere. Blah blah. I love that shit. That's that good shit right there. That's when you can trust something for real. That's a good sign of a healthy relationship. Or a real good true woman too that can be loyal and that will hold it down for your fuck ass niggas be fucking it up and shit. But anyway, nigga, man, I'm gonna tell y'all niggas what it is. I don't give a fuck if you like it or not, bro. I'm just gonna let you know. Hey, quit fucking up, nigga. If you got something good, I'm gonna let you know that right now. Nigga. Look at today's world. Y'all better look at this modern world. Y'all better look how shit going, man. I'm so serious. Y'all better fucking look how this shit's going. Y'all think this shit cool, going around and fucking all this other shit. I'm crazy than a motherfucker. Okay, nigga. Hey, keep thinking that shit. Okay, y'all keep going about that shit. Go ahead. Fucking and whatever the fuck y'all niggas wanna do. Go ahead. You gonna find out real motherfucking quick. Real quick. You gonna fuck around and find out. What I was saying is, say you got a fuck nigga, right? Or there's a fuck nigga that got a real true woman, right? She at the house, she don't like going nowhere. He about to have a guy's nice out. He wants to go out. Usually, relationship like those, that you got when you got a real true woman, like I just said, they hardly have any friends. They hardly go out. If they go out, they're always with their man or with their family. You feel me? If they do go out, they don't even like going out by themselves. They'd rather be with their man or go out with their man or one of their kids or something. You feel me? That's just how that shit is. That's what you call family oriented. That that's how you know she's gonna be a loyal, true ass woman because she's just used to her man's presence. Nigga, anything out of that, she feels weird. She feels off. That's what the fuck you want. If you got that, nigga, keep that shit. Trust me. Marry that, nigga. All right, I'm telling you that right now. Y'all better look at today. You got something good like that. That's what we call a unicorn. You feel me? That shit don't exist no more, my nigga. You better fucking marry that unicorn, nigga. Like for real. So back to the fuck, nigga. True women, y'all cover. You ain't gotta worry about that. So. It's a guy's night out, he want to go out. Like I was saying, usually in relationships like those, the woman will give the hard time to the man going out. Because usually she wants to go with him. If he goes out, she wants to go out with him. She wants to be included, all that shit, right? etc., blah, blah, blah. The fuck nigga is gonna go on a guy's night out, and they probably finna hit the club or whatever they do, right? But not only that, these niggas have an agenda. But that nigga has an agenda. And the reason why he's really probably trying to go out is because he already got something lined up, probably. You feel me? That's what, hey, look. This is, and before I go any further, a lot of people will be getting pissed off. This is analyze a metaphor. This is an example. This is not true, all right? This is just to help you understand. But we all know fuck niggas. I be doing shit like that anyway. I ain't here to talk on nobody. I ain't that nigga to talk about the next man and not just talking about like fuck shit. Ain't stand fuck shit. Feel me? The nigga kept getting into with his girl. Cause I'm telling you, she's like wifey potential type. She wants to stay inside the house type shit, right? So she's telling him not to go. He want to go. He ends up going. They end up getting a little, not going yet. They end up getting a little argument, going back and forth. And what does the nigga end up usually telling the female, the good true woman? What is it? Better yet, I'm gonna give you a better example. I'm gonna act this shit out. What the fuck nigga really gonna usually tell the real true wife and potential woman when he's on this fuck shit and he got something lined up and he's really trying to get away? Damn, baby, why don't you just call some of your friends and go with some of your friends? You know what I'm saying? Go holler at some of your friends. Why don't you just go hang out? Why don't you just go over there? And what's she gonna say? I ain't got no motherfucking friends. You know what I'm saying? I hardly chill with them bitches anyway. Blah, 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 blah. You feel me? Shit like that, right? So he ends up telling you, man, it don't matter. Just go out, blah, blah, blah. So that nigga ends up taking off. Right? The whole time he take off, he ends up making you go out with your friends. Right? But see, this the thing about it. True women, they got friends. Every female got friends. You feel me? But it's a difference when you got nothing but hoe friends and you got true friends. You feel me? Or you got true people. Or you got civilized people and all out full-blown hoes. You feel me? I'm sorry, I no disrespect, but just categorize this so we can help each other understand this better. You feel me? So you can understand, and remember, this is why I say we gotta understand and study the definition every word now, from now on, so you can understand the true meaning. So if I say hoes, y'all already know that definition. You feel me? Yeah, we getting it clear now? Alright, bet. Ain't none of y'all tripping? Yeah, I don't give a damn if y'all are anyway, but I still love y'all anyway, you feel me? Usually, and this is what I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give y'all some game, some females, some game. Right now, and I'm pretty sure all you true women know this shit. If y'all in a relationship, y'all hear me? I'm talking about this right now. You feel me? Y'all females in a relationship right now, it was very something important, man. I just looked at this TV, what was going on in the news, and it just, I was like, damn, this just made me lose my goddamn point. It's gonna come back though, and this is for y'all females though, for real. It's some game. Y'all know this shit, but I just gotta remember what I was thinking, what they had to do. Get back to that. But back to the story, right? The fuck nigga, right? He's telling this girl just because he got something lined up. So he tell this girl whatever he gotta tell her for her to do her thing, go and hang out. So he ends up going, like I said, she ended up chilling with some of her friends she do got. And like I said, this is the part where I tell y'all it's always dependent on the time, situation, and the person. Alright, so say the true woman has nothing but whole friends. And that nigga knew, right? Say that nigga knew she had them whole friends. Okay, there you go. What I was gonna tell you, the game for y'all females, I know y'all know this shit. If y'all in a relationship right now, feel me? Like, this, I'm talking about real life shit. I ain't talking about the example. I'm gonna get back to the story right here after this, and I'm gonna get back to the example. But this is true game shit right here. If y'all in a fucking relationship right now, stop taking advice, opinions, or anybody's perspective and view inside that's fucking single. Alright? Y'all need to catch on to that so much. That's giving you advice is giving you single advice, my nigga. You know that? And then you wonder, and then a lot of people, cause I see this a lot of women and some niggas, cause niggas, this has to do where I tell you stop letting people's opinion control you. If people's opinion or words can fucking trigger you and make you upset, they puppet, right? You know what I'm saying? They can control your ass just by words, they puppet. You have no self-control and no self-love. If people's word will hurt you, that means you have no self-love. Cause your confidence is gone. You don't even know who the fuck you are. That's what that tells me. Because if people's words can contradict your mind and make you feel some type of way about yourself, when you know you're not that, you really fucking what? Well, my grandpa taught me a long time ago when I was young, and this shit stuck with me forever. And ever since that day, I think I was like 5, 6, maybe 7 years old. I used to get tested a lot because everybody wanted to come just test me just because the way I look. So what I'm trying to tell you is I used to get in a fight every fucking day of my life in school, and this is not a lie. But the reason why I would get in a fight every day is because somebody was talking shit. You know what I mean? And I used to get in so many fights. I get kicked in school, everything. You know, it's no way, no man. You know what I mean? Just being there, all that shit, whatever. And then my grandpa got pissed off at me one day, and he was like, "Mio, why you always fighting every day? You're fighting every day, and blah blah blah." And he was like, "Why? Why are you fighting all the time?" He said, "Cause they talking shit." And I'm tired of being tested by these motherfuckers, so I'm just gonna let these niggas have it. And then he said, "So you mean to tell me them talking shit?" He's like, I know you never back down. I know you gonna do what you gotta do." And he said, "But Miro, you need to see, people just talking shit. They're just talking shit." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." Then he was like, "What are they saying to you?" I'm like, "Nothing, they just fucking talking shit. And I can't stand that shit." And he was like, well, whatever they saying, is it true? And I'm like, what, Pat? What do you mean? And it's like, whatever they're saying to you, is it true? And I said, nah, hell nah, Pat, hell nah. You tripping. Ain't none of that true. And he said, so why you tripping? Blew my motherfucking mind. If it ain't true, let them talk. Let them talk. If it ain't true, let them talk. Let them say what the fuck they want to say. And then I learned from my kinfolk, the only thing that matters is, this is what I teach a lot of people too as well since back in the day. What I need y'all to do is stand up, extend your arm out as far as it can go. Say if you was gonna swing, extend your arm out. So now however long your arm extends, at the end, close your hand into a fist. At the end of your fist, you now have an imaginary line, boundary line right there. So meaning, after my grandpa told me that, my kinfolk told me, the only thing that should matter to you is when somebody gets inside your line or crosses your line, fam. If they cross your line, that means they too close to you. And if they too close to you, ain't nothing else to be said. Because if you got too close to me, I already know what that means, and I ain't gonna even say nothing, nigga. That's the only thing that matter. You shouldn't be wasting your breath. That goes back to another lesson of what I learned. My older brother told me, man. Like if you knew somebody that was always talking shit, right? Or say if you knew somebody that was like a coward, somebody that was a thief type shit, whatever, just in any situation, right? You end up chilling with that person, and he probably don't fuck you over for a while, but then say he's a thief, and then all of a sudden 6 months go by, on the 7th month, all of a sudden he finally stole something. What happens to that person? That nigga gets out of control. What the fuck you doing? Stop it. See, this is why I tell y'all I'm feeling my soldiers slow. That bitch in the complaining, stop it. Stop it. Stop. Wasting a lot of energy, hooting and hollering for nothing. Doing all that for nothing. The only thing you should be mad at, the only thing you should be hooting and hollering at is your motherfucking self. You know what type of person that is. If he's a thief, you should be expecting that nigga to steal something sooner or later, bruh. Right? So why you gonna get mad at somebody that you already know that's gonna do that? That goes with the part to where use your discernment and your intuition. Separate yourself from what you know that you have not mastered yet. So if you're asking God for patience, that's the wrong thing to do, buddy. Guess what's gonna happen, buddy? He gonna bring something that gets on your nerves 24. Get your ass some patience, nigga. And I promise to God he will do that because he did it to me. So that's what I'm saying. Everything with us, anybody that's favorite chosen to know God's children, everything's the opposite for us now. So I say everything that they taught us in school and all this other shit, we throwing that shit in the trash, winding that shit up. You know what just came back to me, guys, just put it back to me in my head right now about me talking about the generational curse breaker. I ain't get to finish that. Alright. In order for you to break a curse, this is what I was saying. Say your parents, say you got a dad or you got a mom that's very, 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 very high-headed. And they're one of the ones that you could be fucking around, right? And then you say something to them or some shit like, Mama gotta tell you, and they be quick, right? And then say they actually had a challenge in life to where they had to be like, they had to have some type of people skills. But you already know, whoever it is, your mom or your dad, right? Whoever got the problem, or whoever will act out on the problem, it shouldn't be. Okay, so for example, say your mom or your dad is the one with the anger problem or some shit. In order to break a generational curse, what you need to understand is that spirituality that's coming from the bloodline, that's even coming from time before your people that is alive that you knew. There was your ancestors and them before that. It's still part of your heritage, your bloodline. That came from that to your people, to your grandma, to your mom and your dad, and you. Feel me? So in order to break a generational curse in your bloodline, so for example, like I just gave y'all, say your mom or your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, your aunt or your uncle or some shit like that was very rageful. And say they came in a time to where, because you got to understand, everything in this life is a test from God Almighty. Everything's a trial and tribulation. Facing levels to the shit, ultimately it ends into a test. You see how there's 3 different things, but it still ends up into a test. Well, I say this one word has full definition and everything ties in together. So what I mean by that, how I teach a lot of people is like this. And this is what I mean about learning the definition, the pure definition of every word, right? But I'm going to show you how everything ties into everything. If I was to write the word anger, big, anger. Just imagine the word anger. Very big right now, right? What would tie into anger? Y'all get what I'm saying? So we got anger. What would tie into anger? Bitterness, unhappiness, frustration, irritation, stress, anxiety. And people be like, but how's that tie in? Okay, get enough stress Tell me it won't make you angry. Don't worry, I'll wait. You get it now? You see how all that ties into the main thing, you feel me? And I feel like we're having class today, right? Y'all welcome to class, you know what I'm saying? I'm fucking up, I'm taking y'all to the office. You feel me already, you know what I'm saying? She already said she hold it down for a nigga at the principal office, so y'all better get ready. Y'all know we are going to, y'all don't fucking listen. I'm not gonna be repeating my goddamn stuff. I'm lying, I'm gonna repeat myself. I'm gonna do as much as I can to get you to understand, you feel me? We here to help everybody. And in general, God's army, you feel me? And ain't nobody being left behind as long as y'all follow me. I promise you that. So back to the one word, 4 definitions, all that ties in together. Like I said, anger, frustration, all that can tie into anger. And look how I broke it down, dissected it, show you other fragments and other, how can I say, methodologies or analogy, whatever you want to say, on how I'm giving you another perspective on how all that ties into what. And remember what I tell y'all, when I'm talking, what I'm teaching, I'm going to say the main word, I'm going to say the main source, I'm going to show you the main title, I'm going to show you the main label, whatever it is. Like I just said, anger, right? And then I'm gonna break it down like how I just told you, frustration, all that. You know what I'm saying? Envious, all that shit goes into anger. And what does anger create? Rage. You feel me? What's tied into rage? Anger, blah, blah, blah. And that's how you break that shit down like a grab, bro. That's why I said, y'all come with me, I'm gonna make y'all analytical. We're being scientific. I don't mean being scientific, like being in the belief and shit. But you have to understand this is part of the cycle. Once y'all understand everything that goes in the cycle, you'll understand how it actually ends up. Because you don't want to be stuck in the cycle. All right? And this is another analogy, another example that I give like to everybody, my people, even my homeboys that I teach and shit. Like say, y'all know how the lottery goes, right? Y'all know how they spin the ball? They give like what, 3 spins? And then they stop, right? And they finally pick out a ball and that's the answer. And they finally put it down, right? All right, well say God has to spin this ball, spins this world. You feel me? For shit to happen. So like the cause and effect, the law of attraction, you know, the universal law, spiritual, the void to the quantum, all the way down to the spiritual to the physical. You feel me? All that has to go. First it's the heaven, then it's the void, then the quantum, spiritual, and the physical. You gotta understand this shit. Might be going too fast for y'all. Ooh, am I teaching too much? I need to slow down. Am I put too much on y'all? I put too much on y'all. Man, you know what? We need to catch him, man. Hey, but you know what I do feel? I feel a lot of y'all like, man, I'm gonna treat this nigga sound like he know what he talking about. He look like a dumbass nigga, but he look like, you know, he might sound like he know what he's, I don't know, he might sound like he know what he's talking about. But for real though, so once you understand that, going on mission on this world, that go, you know, God Almighty, the Most High, gave us to save as many souls, bring back to Christ. We're Christ as He walked on this earth and try to be unconditional love fully as much as we can. You know what I mean? But not only that, you have to remember who you are. In order to remember who you are, the main goal is before we do all that, you know, because that's the job we have to do, right? But the mission is to remember yourself and know who the fuck you are. I mean, so remember, in order for you to remember yourself, we gotta go to spirituality. Because this is, have you ever heard the saying that go deeper than surface level? You feel me? Going deeper than surface level is going within yourself. You know, it's going with spirituality. Remember, spirituality is something that you cannot touch and you cannot see. Alright, spirituality is something you may be able to hear. I can't say see because, you know, people get visions, get dreams. You know what I mean? That's all spiritual. But besides all that, I was trying to get to the other point that I was saying. I'm trying to teach y'all, but I keep feeling y'all too much. I'm feeling y'all too much, man. Like, I'm feeling y'all. Like, I feel some people asking questions. I feel y'all asking questions, but y'all get it at the same time. Like, right when you ask your question, you get the answer to yourself. You feel me? Like, that shit going on. I can feel that shit. And I hear some of y'all talking right now. Like, questioning some shit. But, like, no, it's not questioning like that, though. You know, it's more of a who, what, where, when, how. But that's what I'm here for, man. Y'all got questions, y'all ask me, and I'll teach you. You feel me? Man, y'all going too much. I feel y'all in my head too much. It's a lot of people right now. I'm hyped up. I feel. Boy, y'all in this feeling good. What's today? Y'all gonna have a good Sunday. Hello. I'm so excited. I can't even remember what I was talking about. Great. I think I was teaching too much. You know what? Spiritual classes over y'all. I hope y'all took notes. So y'all can tell me where we left off. That's gonna be the problem about this class. Y'all gonna have to remind the teacher. That's crazy, ain't it? But see, that just lets you know that y'all actually hands-on with a nigga. Because in order for y'all to remind me, y'all actually gotta be like, yo, fam, you fucking up. You already said that earlier. I'm gonna be like, You so fucking right, bro. I did say that, didn't I? Well, I'm saying it again, bro. This is how you tie it up in this side. Hey, whoa, Pete. No phrase, one word multiple times. Because if I told you one word has 4 definitions, we might use one word, one phrase 4 times. In a different way, in a different situation, different example. Remember when I just told y'all, say you were scared to swim. But in this life, the way God teaches us through experience, you will get hit 4 different ways, but that has to do with the same thing. You're not swimming. You see that? So it'll come out 4 different ways for you to be able to learn how to tackle it. And when you learn each way, never get nobody mistook again when somebody talks. So always see everything else. Everything will be calculation. Everything will be chess, not checkers no more. You feel me? You'll be moving 2 to 3 steps ahead. Once you get 2 to 3 steps ahead down, once you get that type of calculation down, that's when you can move 4 to 6 steps ahead. Once you start moving 4 to 6 steps, that's when everything falls in, and that's what I call automatic. Everything else is automatic after that. You feel me? Because I feel like I'm giving y'all the end game, but like, hey, no, before any of this, I mean, what I'm talking about is like the light. You almost get home, you know, you almost get fully free. We ain't even talking about the pain and struggles you niggas gotta go through. You know, but spiritual awakening is one thing. Spiritual journey, woo, boy, I tell you. Hey, you ever heard of that saying, walk through the fire, get purged through the fire? You heard that? That's what that spiritual journey shit is. And it's only for the tough ones. Most people can't burn off their egotistical and prideful ass energy. A lot of people are scared to face themselves. A lot of people don't want to go within. In order to heal yourself, you have to go within. And right now, if y'all in a fucking relationship right now, you haven't healed yourself and you haven't taught yourself self-love, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro, like, you wasting that person's time. I'm gonna be true with y'all, right, man. If y'all might not like this, but this is a wake-up call right here for y'all. I'm saying, if you know your person is like that, bro, you need to go talk to that person right now. You might love them like a motherfucker, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you might, if you ain't willing to walk with that person and help that person go through this shit and be with them on their side, leave that person right now. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna end fucked up. It really is. It goes back to where people are becoming narcs. And I'm not calling, the reason why I call them narcs is to help y'all identify what the fuck I'm talking about. But to me, they demons, they demonic, nigga. And if y'all don't think so, ask yourself this. What type of person and what type of human being thrives gets happy, smiles when another human being is hurting, in pain, in chaos, in misery? Y'all call that a human being? I mean, that ain't no fucking human being. Somebody wicked as fuck in the darkness. And if you wicked and you in the darkness, you evil, nigga. The fuck that is. Ain't no other way around it. To me, ain't no such thing as evil and good as well. It can be, that can be balance, it can be skill. Me, how I see it now, it's either you're a creator or you're a destroyer. Which one are you, man? You're gonna keep creating life, you're gonna destroy it. Which one? See the way my mind is, where I got it, I done mapped out and figured out this world since I was 7, 8, 9 years old, man. I'm trying to tell you. Where I see this shit, man, it'll blow your mind. By the way I'm talking right now, y'all probably see it another way now, a little bit. Back to what I was saying, I wanted to finish that, before I be done with this, I wanted to tell y'all about the generational curse breaker. I didn't get to finish that. Back to what I was saying though, like, say your parents was raised for, one of them was your mama or your dad, either one. I brought up trials and tribulations and phases and levels. Ultimately, they end up the test, right? Where do the test come from? God Almighty, the Most High. So everything is really a test in this life. What happens is, say it's your mom that's always pissed off, or whatever. Your dad, your mom, grandpa, uncle, aunt, whatever. Well, through our life, God Almighty, the Most High, gives us tests. Gives us tests to see if you have became humble, if you learn humility, and the last stage of that is appreciation. I'm just giving you those examples right now on how God tests human beings to see. If I was balancing and scanning that out, I could say God will be testing to see where your compassion's at, see if you have a heart, see if you're forgiving. You know, on that type of scale right there. That's what God's got to deal with, right? And He's gonna test you on that, and that's just one phase that God's seeing that He's gonna test you on. Because in order to become you have to deal all of the human beings, how can I say, how the enemy and God has regiments for human beings, meaning like good things that have God for human beings, cherishment. Also, to me, what I understood, He told me, like, become a master of mastering. You feel me? Meaning like, people need to master their feelings and emotions. People need to master cause and effect. People need to master the law of attraction. People need to master the universal law down to the physical. People need to learn that first so they can understand and connect the dots and be able to reveal what it is and how they see it. Y'all hear a lot of people always talking about intuition and discernment. A lot of people be like, yeah, my intuition, my discernment. They have no clue what it is. In order to truly know what it is, you have to tap into this shit. You have it. Everybody has it. I ain't gonna say everybody has it. But I can show you a way on how you know you have it. And this is the perfect example that I give everybody, man. For example, say you're ready to quit everything, all the bullshit in your life, right? If you had a habit, smoking, cigs, bud, whatever, drinking, popping pills, eating powder, on that pipe, whatever it is, everybody got their own choice of poison, you feel me? So whatever it is, whenever you have a problem with it, to a point to where, can I say, I always give this example and it's so easy to explain, but it's like right now, like I told y'all, let me tell y'all, I can feel everybody's energy that is looking at the screen, and it's fucking like making me, if you're an empath, you know what I mean? I'm way deeper than that, but still though, if you're an empath, you know just by that can drain your energy and drain your body. So even empaths know that we need protection. Like not like with the shit, anything like that. Like empaths, people that are good, hard, and genuine. It's hard for us to say no. We wear our heart on our sleeve for real, and we always want to make sure everybody's fucking good. We will go broke just because we want to see somebody else making sure they ain't broke and making sure they good. We have like the last $2 in our pocket, right? Somebody be like, hey bro, I need $2. You spot nigga $2. We that type. Inside of my head, we like, my last $2. Yeah, nigga, here you go, bro. You Gucci, bro. You ain't gotta worry about paying me back none of that shit. But don't worry about it. Excuse me, bro. You need P&G. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, and then look, something just came back to me. I gotta get back to that generation of curse breaking. I keep jumping over there, and that's something important because I noticed if something's stopping me and I haven't finished it yet, that's something important. That's something that the enemy's trying to stop me from teaching. You know what I mean, y'all? Because that's something that I'll be very important that y'all need to apply to yourself. I guess I'll just get back to it because I can't just remember what I was. Back to the generation of curse breaking. You know how I was saying if it was your mom and them being mad and pissed off, right? And then I started saying about, well, God is going to test a human being in 4 ways, always. Just on one thing in 4 ways. All right, so they were angry and rageful all the time. Remember, in time, you will get tested to see where your humility is leveled, your humbleness is leveled. You know, all the main key things that a human being needs to learn. God tests humans on those to see where your level's at, to see if you have mastered it, if you have overcame it or not, right? He's testing you and seeing where you're at. Say he tested your parents. Say he tested your mom or your dad. And say it was your dad, or say it was your mom that was always pissed off. So you know God's gonna come and test you. Test where your humbleness. See if you got a loving heart. See if you're forgiving. See if you're kind, genuine. You know you're gonna be tested. Okay, there was one day that God tested your parents. Probably your mom type shit or whatever. So once he tested her, remember I said it's the one that's rageful or angry, hateful type shit or whatever. Alright, and say there was like a little kid that came, or like I said, it could be 4 ways. It could be a person that's coming to get on your nerves all the time, frustrating you, doing all that shit. Or it could be somebody coming to ask you for help, depending on the way you respond. Alright, now let's just say if it was a person that came and asked your mom for help, and you know she's this angry type person type shit, whatever. Well, God tested them on that part, right? Sending somebody to ask for help. He was gonna see if your mom finally calmed down and had a real heart in her. And guess what she does? She ends up acting like she usually does. Fuck you, blah, blah, blah. She ends up talking shit to the person. Or say it was a kid. She ends up talking to shit to the kid. All right, she failed that test. Well, however she made that kid feel, that is going to be part of the generational curse that will be upon your bloodline that will keep going down. So every time, like everything will be smooth, right? But every time it gets to this point where y'all have to help someone, shit's going to hit the hay. Shit's going to hit the fan. It's always going to get haywire. You feel me? Because your mom actually was always aggressive and talking shit. Since now you got grown and let's just say you're the GCB, the generation of curse. There's going to come a time and a situation what happened to your mom is going to happen to you. Okay? In order for you to break that curse. And this is why I said for us, ones like us, whatever, or if you're learning, being analytical and wanting to be better, everything is the opposite. Okay? You must do everything the opposite. So say something comes up just like your mom, right? Well, instead of you acting out, going berserk, and say it's an argument between you and your parents, and a similar situation comes to you between you and your parents to where y'all arguing, but you realize, hey man, this is something like my grandma went through, or my mom went through, but I'm going through this with my family though. Okay, that's when you need to wake up right there. Before you respond, You do not respond the way your mom would. So say she's angry, she's pissed off, she hurt that little kid's feelings. Or what would you do is the opposite. What is the opposite of angry? Rage and peace, love, kindness, genuine, gentle. You know what I mean? So now what will happen, what would you do is you will respond nice. You will respond gently. You will respond kindly. You will respond. And say if that person's insulting, that's the trick. They're gonna insult you to trigger you, to make you, remember it's a trick. They want to insult you to trigger you so you can respond like your mom. If you respond like your mom and you be dumb, you get triggered and you let them trigger you, you just failed the test and the generational curse still is up on you. But guess what's happening? It's intensifying, getting stronger. You wondering why shit's getting haywire in the house, why more argumentations, why everybody beefing, why everybody giving the cold shoulder in your own family type shit, all that shit, you feel me? So the more you keep failing that test, the more it's going to be intensifying on your ass. The more you're going to keep saying, I don't know why this keeps happening, blah, blah, blah. I feel like it's getting worse and worse and worse. That's because you keep failing the goddamn test. You feel me? You can't, if you're the generational curse breaker, you cannot do the same shit that the person activated the curse did. It's always the opposite. So if your family member was always an asshole and always treating people like shit, when it comes to you, you have to treat everybody like Jesus. And while you're doing that, this is how you know it's working. You're gonna, okay, there's a difference on you failing the test and it intensifying that way, but there's a major difference when you're working on breaking the curse and it intensifies that way. The other way that I'm talking about is it just keeps getting tough and tougher in that same problem. Whatever you're dealing with, it's just gonna keep getting tougher and harder on that same problem. If it's a fucking test you have to pass, or say it's a mile that you have to run, your mile is getting tougher and tougher and tougher on that situation if you keep failing that test, okay? But the way that I'm talking about it now of intensifying, meaning the reason why it's intensifying is because you're actually breaking the curse. Well, this shit intensifies in that problem, but what I mean by intensifying, everything else around you intensifies. And I'm gonna tell you why. Remember this. By me saying this, it should help y'all catch on real good and easy. So I won't have to explain on why that's a fact. Alright. The devil, the enemy, does not fuck with anybody that he already has. Feel me? He doesn't get mad and trip and go all out and attack the motherfucker he's already having. Do you understand that? Meaning people that are already doing sin, people that are already doing the enemy's work, why would he trip on anybody that he already got? You feel me? The ones he's gonna trip on and the ones he's gonna constantly attack, the reason why the attacks are intensifying is because you're waking up and you're trying to get saved. Meaning that you're trying to leave the game. Now think of it as a regular physical game, like Crips and Bloods, right? Say you go get in the fucking game back in the day. And then what happens? Say you got always a good homie that wants to get out the game and change his life and get straight. What happens with the gang? The gang gets pissed off at that nigga for just trying to get straight. The moral of the story is, what I'm trying to highlight to y'all is, look how the gang will get pissed off at a nigga because of what? Because he's trying to get down to hood terms. God said in scripture, Almighty the Most High said, a righteous man will fall 7 times, but will still get back up. You feel me? Let me break it down to you in hood terms. I'm down the spiritual hood class, Ricky. Let me tell y'all what God was really telling you, saying that shit in hood terms. Saying, you can't never fault the trying nigga, man. You feel me? When he was talking about in that scripture, he was talking about the trying man. You hear me? Trying man, the trying woman. It's for both. Feminine and masculine. You know what I mean? Talking about the trying woman and trying man. Because look, if you don't even fucking try, you already fucking lose. Basically telling me you give up. You don't even want to try, my guy. Ask yourself, can you do something with somebody? Can you do anything with somebody that does not want to fucking try and automatically gives up? Say you're with a person already like that. Keep trying to help them, trying. And what did I tell you? They're choosing. They do not want you to help them try, yo. It's easy. It's so hard to put a motherfucker up when you're at the top, right? But if you still keep fucking with somebody at the bottom, it's real easy to pull you down. that's what you're doing. You're fucking with somebody that's steadily pulling you down because they're telling you, I do not want to try. And what do? We love them so much, it's because we waste our time on this shit. You know what I mean? And it hurts us more ultimately because we're actually seeing the potential. That's what the narcs hope for. They hope that we see on their potential because with people like us that have big hearts, good souls, genuine, they count on us to be stuck on that potential side because they know ones like us, we're always trying to help. We're always trying to get them. We always see the best in people. So with narcs, they hope you see the good side, the potential side because they want you to be stuck in that. Man, I see the best in you. But little did you know the narc is using that against you. That's how they keep you stuck. And while I say everything's reversible and everything's the opposite, man, y'all gonna have to get this shit. Don't worry, man. God Almighty, the Most High, He sent me here to teach y'all. Love and respect. I'm not gonna lie, I literally feel like that was a long ass session in class today, guys. Don't you? I'm about to go make me some coffee though. God damn, you sound like an old ass nigga talking about coffee, bro. Tripping. Oh, I hope y'all understood about the generation curse breaking as well. Remember, do the opposite. Alright, and you'll know how it's working because everything will start intensifying, meaning your battles, your trials, tribulations, and the tests. And this is how you know you're breaking the curse. Say it's one problem, curse you're breaking, right? But then all of a sudden, one problem jumps to fucking 7, 5, 7, 10 problems. All of a sudden, that's how you know you're breaking the curse. You have to stay strong. That's what I mean about us being in the front line. Stay fucking strong, because once you break it, it'll never come back. Not only that, you don't just break it off of you break it off your blood, break it off your family members. And that's why if you pay attention after you break it, if you pay attention to your family, if you're around your family, watch how they look more free, how they look more happy, they look more lighter. You broke that curse. Not only that, you didn't just break it off of your immediate family, that broke the curse off your ancestors too. That means you give them a chance to actually go high in the spiritual. You feel me? Ooh, I'm a teacher. Wow, I see what teachers feel now, boy. I need that. I literally, I don't know. Much love and respect to you, Miss Man, for sure. I appreciate you coming through, keeping me some company. I don't mind that. You don't mind that. Much love and respect to you, Miss Man. You see me back home from holler at me, send you an invite. Much love and respect to y'all. God bless you, man. Good morning, by the way.